But Joe, like I said, man, you just got here. You crossed over to the darker side of the HOA, and then you go back and take one step back outside, get some fresh air, and you're like, two people in the HOA want to pick the T Wolves. But it ain't over yet. They say a series don't start until a team wins on another team's home court. So right now we can see that SGA and OKC and whatever elemental Ps you want to put together with the NBA playoffs, they're up 2-0 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. But SGA, after winning MVP, you see, I can just keep going with the acronyms right now because there's so much happening with this team. The 118 to 103 victory. Now the T Wolves, like I said, they face an 0-2 deficit. They now are on their way back home with a series shift back to Minnesota on Saturday. And most people say historically, when a team is down a 0-2 deficit, sometimes it's a little bit impossible for them to not come back. They say teams that are down 0-2 have about a 7% chance of actually winning the series. 34 times out of 463 of the series this has actually happened. So, I mean, just like SGA is looking right now, and that's how some fans are feeling in Minnesota. But we got to ask, can the T Wolves recover from this 0-2 deficit? And because my HOA is here and we had our conversation, you said we had to get back on the same page. We're on the same page now, and now we got to fight the chats. Carl, is it over for the T Wolves?
I don't know if we're on the same page. I think it's over.
Mm.
I think it's over, man. I had Wolves in 6, and I know I'm the main one that say, man, the series don't start to the road team win. But man, looking at these games, they be close. Minnesota, like J-Mo said, shout out to J-Mo. Minnesota game one looked like they was in complete control in the first half. Was only up 4. OKC took control and never looked back. And then the same thing yesterday. Game was close. OKC took control, never looked back. And it's just like once OKC gets rolling, it is nothing that the Timberwolves can do. And shout out to Dave because he said Rudy Gobert would look unplayable. Kind of looking unplayable. He really is. I thought maybe you could stick him on check because he's fleet of, I don't want to say fleet of foot. He got the foot speed to stick with Chat while Julius Randle is more so the muscular one that could probably stick with Hardenstein. But I don't even know. I don't know what Gobert can do out there, to be honest with you. And another thing, with OKC is just Shea. Shea, he's doing a really good job scoring in that mid range. We already know he's a mid range assassin. It's nothing he can't do in the mid range. He is getting some flop-ish calls, but that's what you're going to deal with SGA. I don't think it's egregious like somebody in the Eastern Conference, but he everybody going to manipulate the rules here and there. So I don't really blame Shea too much like a lot of people do. I really don't get the SGA slander or, hate or whatever. I don't get it. But yeah, I think this is over. The T Wolves will have to play bonkers for like 4 games to win, and I just don't see it. I don't. Ant Man had a. I think he had a really good game, and it didn't matter. They still got blown out. Now Julius Randle did have one bad game. I'm not going to slander Julius Randle too much. They happen. He's been playing well throughout. I think he was allowed a bad game, even though for the playoffs you can't have one. But all the other performances he had, it was bound to happen in my opinion. So I don't want to get on Julius Randle too much. But one last thing I want to say before I pass it. I do think Jaden McDaniels needs to be involved in the offense a little more. I've been feeling that way since last year. I watch Jaden McDaniels and he just plays defense and then he goes sit in the corner. Like, I don't get it. I do think Jaden McDaniels has a capability on offense to where I'm not saying running plays for him, but like get him involved. It literally seems like his job is to catch the ball. If you got an open shot, shoot it. If not, get off the rock. And I just think he's a little better than that. But yeah, I think this is over. I thought the T Wolves would take one at OKC. Didn't even come close to taking one at OKC. I think it's a wrap.
I might be what you call. I came on here, I thought my hype message was gonna get to him. I thought the T Wolves was gonna come out and be like, you know what, we're gonna steal at least one. We're gonna get one. These youngins, man, they do for at least one game. And the person that was really due for one game was Julius Randle. I mean, it went around, they were saying Julius Randle, we need to apologize to him. And it kind of felt like Felt like I was watching Baby Boy, man. You know, you went out there, got the 6 points. It was like he was with the Knicks. Everything that you did in the series before, you ain't mean that, Jody. You was just running your mouth like you always do, and that's what it felt like last night. I'm like 6 points. You know, you're gonna need every weapon possible against this team. I sat up here, I listened to Dave and Joe. They was like, Tomo, you sure? You sure you want to go with the Wolves? And I'm like, yeah, man. Maybe it's because the AI spirit in me is just like, you know what? When the underdog is there and he feel like he got the crowd behind him, something just gonna happen. Some magic gonna happen. And SGA said, I got magic for you. Check out these last 5 games. 38 points, 31 points, 35 points, 32 points, 31 points. That's just SGA. We ain't even gonna talk about how Jay Will is like, you know what, SGA, I got you. You want to rob into your Batman? I'm gonna make sure we close these games out too. Then Rudy Gobert, he said, I'm gonna look like the second coming of one of the Monstars against the Lakers, and then I'm gonna just go back and lose all my powers when we go up against Chet. Because I was with you, Carl. I thought he was gonna be a good equalizer for Chet, at least just to be in the presence of him. Like, just be the presence. Like, hold your arms up, do something. And now it's looking like they're gonna have to bench him, and hopefully Randall can show up. But it might be over in 5. I'm gonna give the Wolves at least a game. I'm gonna give them a game. I'm not gonna just jump off the bandwagon that easy.
Oh, was I supposed to say how many games are supposed to be over here?
No,
I
no,
ain't
no,
saying
no.
okay.
No,
I ain't
when
saying they
they
getting
say,
swept. I think they get
all
one
right,
in Minnesota, but I think the series is a wrap still.
yeah, nah. We both said 6. I think they at least get 1 now. Wait, yeah.
Muted. He wasn't muted.
Now he is new.
No, his mic's
Now
on.
he not.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he got some guests over there. That's what it is. He got some guests. Like Julius Randle's people are just in his head right now. He can't really get his thoughts out. So he gonna sit on the bench. He gonna think about it a little bit more. Then he gonna come back to us.
He
And
ain't
I'm
got to
just
think
sorry.
about nothing. I'm about to say, I already know what he about to say. He about to go crazy.
I'm sorry. My manager walked down.
that's what I
I
was
know.
saying.
But
Sega. Go ahead, say it. Sega.
Sega. I wasn't gonna do it yet, Carl, but I try to tell Tomo. Try to tell you, man. Try to. I told AJ when they were still playing the Nuggets. Not even the Timberwolves wouldn't even pass the Warriors yet. I said, AJ, when they beat the Nuggets, this their championship. It's over. I get it. Y'all love Anthony Edwards. What did I tell you, Tombo? Anthony Edwards is Atari, and that's what it's called, right? And Sega is Sega. That's what it is. They not on the same level right now. And
I
it's
pick up that
proven
bad.
and showing. So my whole thing is this. First of all, OKC has the best player. Check. SGA. He's the best player in the series. OKC has the better team. So why would we think the Timberwolves would beat OKC? It makes no sense, right? So the reason why the Nuggets took them to 7 games was because of the Nuggets experience. When I turn my TV on and watch the game, I'm like, yo, OKC is better. It's just the Nuggets, they got an extra gear they kick into because they have the experience and they have Jokic. So once they got past over that mental hurdle, the Timberwolves, we playing the Timberwolves like, yo, they ain't got Jokic. They got Anthony Edwards, who is good, but we got SGA. We got the better player. So we not tripping. And they just as young as us. What are we scared of? So, and then here's the thing I want to talk about too. OKC Thunder. Did y'all know that they lead the league and not turn the ball over? They average 11 turnovers a game, which is first in the NBA. They also force the most turnovers a game, which is 17. And they also, that's points over turnovers. And they also deflections. They average 21 deflections a game, which is number 1 in the NBA. So although they have been one of the worst 3-point shooter teams in the playoffs right now, they are able to still win and blow teams out because of their defense. This is one of the best defense. I remember when Boston had Udoka, and people said, man, this is the best defense we've seen in the playoffs in a long time. But check out OKC. Check out OKC. OKC is much better because they are creating turnovers. Boston was very physical. OKC is physical and creating turnovers. Now, and SGA, can we stop with this foul merchant thing? Can we please stop it? You know, because when you Hey, dude, have I ever heard anybody call Jokic a foul merchant? Because he be looking for fouls. If y'all watch Jokic play, he be searching for fouls. And I know exactly who Carl's talking about. Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is one of the worst dudes in the NBA that I've seen. Him and Luka are the top two guys. If you don't want to throw harder niggas, he's not.
Oh yeah, that was for sure. Yeah. I was going to win.
But Jalen Brunson and Luka are the two players I see every play literally hunting for fouls. Hunting for fouls.
False accusation.
No, it's not. Jalen Brunson be flopping. Pay attention tonight. He be flopping like crazy. Now, SGA, what he does is just smart. All great players does this. Jimmy Butler, he always find a way to get to the line. Have anybody ever called Jimmy Butler a foul merchant? No. When your shot is not on, you go to the free throw line. And look at this. Out of all the players all time in the 12-game span in the playoffs, did you know that SGA is 406th place in free throw attempts in NBA history? He hasn't even taken a bunch of free throws. Now, he took a lot last night. He took 15 last night, I believe. But throughout the whole playoffs, he hasn't lived at the line. He got his bucket the harder way. Shout out to Penny. So, my whole thing is, let's start calling him a merchant because you take away everybody's free throws, he's still leading the league in scoring. So let's stop it, please. And he leads the league in drives per game. He should lead the league in free throws attempts. So my whole thing is, it's a wrap. I said OKC in 5. I'm gonna stick with it. I think the Wolves will get one at home, but it's OKC in 5.
Don't worry about it. If the Wolves find a way to win this, I know it's a stretch, but if the Wolves find a way to win this, I'm gonna feel like Draymond. But Joe, you said something about them.
How you feel now?
Everybody say, huh?
Nah, I'm gonna be like,
I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, what I'm saying is, I guarantee something, and it's gonna actually come through. You get what I'm saying? But you talking about the turnovers?
It don't count, bro. Stop it.
It counts.
No,
it counts.
It does. Part of the
1,
game.
2, 3, 4.
No, bro. I'm pretty sure he didn't intend for Steph to get hurt.
He didn't intend to say that on TNT. That's what he should have not intended to say. But OKC in this series, Joe, you said something about leading when not in turnovers and deflections. The points off of turnovers, 53-20. That right there is gonna kill you. That's gonna kill you. And it was too many times just in this game where you would see Ant or anyone else on the Timberwolves have an open shot and then they'll go for a pump fake and then just hold the ball. It's like, you can't do that. You got to take the shot when you can get it because this team is ready to run. But like I said, they'll get one.
And I do want to say this lastly before you move on, y'all. The reason why I didn't think Minnesota would beat them. I thought the two best teams in the West that had a chance to beat OKC were the Denver Nuggets and the Golden State Warriors. And the reason why, because the type of offense they run. Minnesota's a lot of isolation. You're playing right into OKC hands for real. The way to beat a great defense is a lot of ball movement, a lot of guys running around. That's just real. Great defenders, they don't want to chase nobody. They want you to isolation. Okay, I got you. That's okay. So why was against Eddie Edwards? Oh my gosh. I was like shocked that he couldn't get past him. That was great defense. And then when you get the ball, they got 2 or 3 guys around you just trying to deflect the ball all ball. So, but the Warriors, the way they play with Steph on the floor, they have a chance. The Nuggets, how they play with guys constantly moving off ball, they have a chance. But Minnesota, they have no chance because how they run their offense.
Yeah.
Unless they go crazy from 3, which they've been trash all playoffs.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong. Just in that last game, at some point, I think OKC went to a zone. And like you said, that fed right into it because every time the Timberwolves would try to go into the paint,
zone, right? Then Minnesota go to the zone?
I think OKC had 1-2-1 at one point because it was every time they were going to paint, it would be like 5 people on Ant. It was like 5 people there every time. And it was like one possession where Julius Randle was trying to impose himself on Chet. He got the rebound miss, got another rebound miss. Some people say he was looking like Angel Reese, but that's another comment for another day.
That was early in the game. I know you're talking about.
Hey, chill out, bro.
Yeah, that was.
He
was trying his hardest, man. He was
Tomo about to get killed in the comments.
Kill me. I mean, you watched.
They don't
Subscribe.
care.
I got some more for you. Subscribe. I got
They
some
about to
more
call
for you.
Tomo Uncle Ruckus and all that. That is crazy.
Now I do like the Boondocks, but you will not call me that. I will tell you that. You won't
Hey,
call
I
me
got
that.
one
You
thing to
must call me
say.
Riley.
I got one thing to say. Hey, Joe, I
Go
take
ahead,
offense to that Atari comment because I had an Atari growing up. So I take offense to that. But
How old are you, bro?
I'm 30.
I know. I never
Atari?
had that. I know how you
Yeah.
had that. I never had it. Like, what the
I think that's what I
No.
had. Yeah, the Atari.
You did not. You had a Dreamcast.
You ain't had no
I ain't had
Atari,
no
Carl.
Dreamcast. My uncle had one. But I promise you, I didn't have a Sega.
What?
I promise. I think I had
Bro,
an
I
Atari,
was
bro.
playing Steak and I was like 7.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I had an Atari, bro. Before the PlayStation, I had an Atari.
What?
We
You done
done,
skipped Nintendo and Sega?
we done
I'm
unpacked
pretty
something here.
sure
Hold
I had
up.
an Atari, bro. But anyway.
Nah,
besides
join
the
the
point.
chats because we go. Yeah, join the chats because we gonna have to
Besides the
finish this
point.
conversation.
I'm gonna tell y'all, and I almost put this in the comments when I put Wolves in 6. I legit picked the Wolves because I thought Ant-Man was just going to will them to the series. That's legit why I picked them.
I did too, bro.
That's
The HOA,
legit.
we back.
Legit.
We
I
back.
almost put this might be player bias, but I love Ant, and I think Ant's gonna will him to 6. So I'm cool with being wrong.
He's a Carl lying about his age.
I'm not lying. It might not be an Atari. Maybe it wasn't,
can't be.
but
It
maybe
can't be.
I forgot what it was called. But I had Jungle Book and something, but it wasn't a Sega. I know that, and it wasn't a
You might
Dreamcast.
have
'Cause
had
my
the
uncle had that.
Sega Saturn.
Nah, my uncle had. I didn't have a Sega. I don't know what it was. My brother broke it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I legit just picked them because I ain't gonna lie. But we can move on to the next one because can I start the next one?
You definitely can because we gonna roll right into that because I'm with